Crystal skies, crowded places, lonely faces.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a get ready with me drugstore edition. So every single item that I have on my face right now is drugstore. So I wanted to do like an everyday slay makeup tutorial for school or for work, or just like a daytime appropriate slay. This look does incorporate glitter on the eyes, but in my opinion it is still super duper daytime appropriate and wearable. You can pair this look with a red lip, a burgundy lip, any color lip, but I opted for nude because I wanted an extremely wearable daytime appropriate look for any age. So I really like how it came out. I especially love the foundation that I used, which is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. Obsessed with this. If you don't wear much makeup, this can be your nighttime look, but for me, I would wear something like this in the daytime. And I wanted this week's uploads all to be drugstore, so thumbs up this video if you like that idea. I wanted it to be like drugstore week here on my channel, so today would mark day 1. So I figured I would kick this week off with a get ready with me because I love filming get ready with me. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. Bye guys. Hey guys, so let's start off with priming our face. I'm going to be using two e.l.f. primers. This first one is the e.l.f. Poreless face primer, and I love the consistency on this one. It definitely smoothed my skin out, and I was kind of feeling a little bit dry, so I'm putting a little bit of the Hydrating face primer. These are super inexpensive and so far are my favorite primers from the drugstore, so that's always a plus. Finding new products is so exciting for me. And I'm jumping into my brows because I love to do my brows first. Now, I feel like drugstore brows, that was like the hardest thing for me because I am so just like in love with my Anastasia products. So I'm using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist. I really like this, but I usually like using this in conjunction with the brow pomade or with my brow definer. But as you can see, I'm trying to make it work here, and I'm using the shade Brunette. The problem with me is that I don't have much hair on my brows, so this product is super pigmented, and I feel like it just wasn't giving me like a natural look, but I'm gonna be fixing it along as I go. So now I'm cleaning up my brows and I'm using Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and this is in the shade Sand. So I'm just cleaning that up, and in this video I'm gonna be using the new Morphe Elite 2 brushes. I wanted to try them out today just so I can kind of get a feel for them and see which ones I like and which ones I don't. So I'm just cleaning up my brows, and I'm actually going to be using the concealer as my eye primer. So I didn't have a nice eye base to use. I do like the NYX eye bases or the NYX jumbo pencils, but I didn't have any, so I just used my concealer. Now I'm going to just set that, and I'm using the Sonia Kashuk Ion Neutral palette. This is just like a flesh tone, or like my flesh tone color. So that's just to set the concealer so that it's not sticky. And then I'm going to be using a transition shade. This one's like a nice peachy color, and this palette you can get at Target. It's the Ion Neutral Matte 02 palette. I really like it, and again, I'm using all Morphe Elite 2 brushes. I will list them down below. And now I'm just kind of creating my crease and deepening it up a little bit, and I'm using a pencil style brush, and I'm using two colors mixed together, two deeper browns, and I'm going back into that fluffy brush just to blend everything out. This look, you know, the crease and stuff like that, I wasn't really being too particular about it. I just wanted to get some color on there. Now, this product I am so in love with. This is an e.l.f. eyeshadow, and it's super cheap, and the color is Toast. So it's a nice pretty golden shade, and I was kind of playing around with different brushes, but I ended up using my finger and the brush. When you're using cream products like this, you want to use a synthetic brush. This reminds me of the ColourPop formula. It's creamy and it dries to a powder. Now for my inner corner pop, I'm using this e.l.f. palette. This is in Naked. These are the Prism eyeshadows, which are really pretty and reflective. Now, another little trick that I like to do is use my bronzer as a crease color, and this is the NYX Deep Tan Bronzer. And I'm just applying this into the crease for more warmth and more depth and more color. Now I'm going into my eyeliner, and this is one of my favorite eyeliners from the drugstore. It's $3. Yes. NYC, get into it. It's in black. Make sure you get black and not pearlized black. And this one, it takes a little practice, like the tip of it, to get a nice wing going, but I am going to have a wing liner tutorial. I still mess up some days. You just have to have a nice steady hand, not be nervous, because like I said before, the liner can sense your fear. So I'm just creating a nice thin long wing, and I'm extending that all the way to the inner corner of my eye because we are going to be applying some lashes. And before we apply lashes, I'm applying a coat of mascara. This is the Butterfly Sculpt mascara. This is by L'Oreal, and I really like it. And then I'm applying some glitter. This one is from Revlon, and this is their Photo Ready Eye Art. This is brand new, and this is in Burnished Bling. And I'm just using the glitter side. It's so pretty. I love it. I can't wait to talk about it to you guys. It's definitely a dupe for another product. So now I'm applying these Ardell double wispies. These are so hard to find, so when you find them, you have to like buy 6 of them, which is what I did. They're basically 2 wispies stacked together. If you don't have these, you can just use any lashes. Obviously, I want to do a video on my favorite lashes from the drugstore. I think that would be really unique and interesting because I never see that. Now I'm just applying my foundation, and I'm using the Maybelline Matte Plus Poreless Fit Me Foundation, and this is in the shade 310. This is for normal to oily skin, but I don't find this to be super duper matte on its own. You definitely have to use a mattifying primer and a setting powder if you are oily. Now I have normal skin, so I like the finish on this one. And now I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer again, but this time to conceal under my eyes, bridge of my nose, forehead, chin, anywhere where I want to brighten. So this one again is in shade Sand. Another great concealer from the drugstore is the Maybelline Age Rewind. Maybelline makes some of the best concealers ever. I love them. They're so good. And also L'Oreal. The L'Oreal True Match concealer is really good, but this one is an OG product for me. I've been using Maybelline Fit Me concealer since I started my YouTube channel. And I love it. I can't get enough. It doesn't have an extreme amount of coverage, but it's just good enough for me on its own. So now I'm baking. I'm using the Coty Airspun in Translucent. And then I'm going to take whatever is left on the cap to just kind of set the rest of my face. I don't really have a favorite face powder from the drugstore. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I like the Maybelline Fit Me powder, but I didn't have it in my shade. So I decided to just use the translucent powder all over my face. And this is going to ensure that it stays matte all day. Now I'm using this L'Oreal Brunette, what is this? Oh, I'm lying. This Milani Brunette gel. It's like a gel pomade. L'Oreal does make one, but this one's from Milani. So I'm just kind of perfecting the brows. You'll see me kind of using the brow stylist throughout the whole video just because I'm such a perfectionist and I want my brows to be super duper fleeky. And now I'm wiping away the bake. So I let that kind of cook for about 5 minutes, and then I'm wiping it away. You don't want to leave it on for too long because it will dry your skin out. Now I'm using the NYX bronzer again, and this is in Deep Tan. If you haven't tried this, definitely try it. Use a fan brush to apply your bronzer, contour, and all that jazz. It's so nice. It gives you like a nice airbrush look, and I love how it does the contour. But I switched to something a little bit more precise. This is the Morphe E4, and just to kind of apply the powder where I want it. The fan brush is nice, but I don't really get like the sides of my temples as good, so I decided to switch to this brush. And now I'm using e.l.f. Twinkle Pink Blush. You guys know Milani Luminoso is my jam, but I decided to give that one a rest for this video. Here I'm using a brown liner. You can opt for brown if you're kind of afraid of the black. If you have really small eyes, use brown liner instead of black. It's going to make a huge difference. And now I'm just kind of smoking out my lower lash line and kind of deepening up my crease. Now let's move on to the lips. I'm using this lip liner, which I really love. This is the Revlon Color Stay Lip Liner in Nude. It's such a pretty color, and the formula is very similar to the Kylie Jenner lip liners in a sense that they're really creamy. So these actually like glide on. They're not stiff. It's a retractable pencil, so it's really creamy and soft, and I don't feel like I'm tugging at my lips. And I kind of overline them a little bit. And then I'm using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Abu Dhabi. I love the name on that one. Abu Dhabi. It's like my favorite. I do really love London. I love the NYX matte soft creams. The matte soft lip creams. There you go. I love them so much. And now I'm baking underneath my contour to clean anything up with that Coty. This is a new product for me. This is the Wet n Wild contouring palette. Oh my god, guys, this is awesome. If you see this, pick it up. This one is in Caramel Toffee. So I'm using the contour shade obviously to contour, deepen things up. Coco opened my door. I'm contouring underneath my jaw, my chin. Nobody wants a double chin. And now I'm using the Essence Makeup Brow. This stuff is so bomb. It's like really, really good. It's called Make Me Brow, and I have mine in Brownie Brows. That's what it's called. Brownie brows. Basically, it's gonna set and kind of give the appearance of a fuller brow. It's very comparable to like Gimme Brow from Benefit, so I really like that. And now I'm going to town on my lower lashes. I'm using L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black, one of my favorite mascaras of all time. It's really good. And now I'm wiping away that underbake. I feel like we should just call it the underbake, the contour bake. And I'm using that yellow shade from that same Wet n Wild compact. Guys, this stuff is so good. Like, it was like $5 and both shades I'm in love with. This is like a nice yellow banana shade. So good. It like brightened up and it didn't look cakey or dry. Obsessed. This is an e.l.f. blush, but I'm using it as a highlight, and this is in Pink-tastic. And look at that highlight, guys. It's so pretty. And I decided to use that one because this one is limited edition. Well, I guess it was limited edition. It's really hard to get. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Precious Petals. So hard to get, but it gives you a banging highlight. So I decided to do both just in case you guys can't get your hand on one. For an extra pop of highlights in the inner corner, I'm using the Prestige Total Intensity Spellbound eyeshadow on my brow bone and in the inner corner, inner tear ducts of my eyes. Now I'm just seeing how it's going. I'm wrapping out here. I'm using the Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist. This is like the 11th bottle that I've used. I love that stuff. It literally diminishes the powder look. I'm obsessed. Now to set my makeup, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Extender Makeup Setting Spray. NYX makes a great setting spray, but I really like that one. So here I'm showing you the difference between black and brown. If you like black eyeliner, you know, you can do this one, the black, but I really like brown. I like warm browns. I feel like they bring my eyes out, but I wanted something a little more intense, so I went for black. And that's the entire look. I hope you guys like this and found it helpful, find it useful. I know I went super fast. And Asley. Mwah.
Crystal sky.